Yes. Good. Good afternoon, all, and welcome to a very important webinar on navigating to the GST portal appeal filing walkthrough. This seminar is very important considering the point of view that 30th June is approaching soon, and out of say 1 lakh appeal is to be filed, only 12,000 appeals has been filed till date. So before we begin the session, I first hand over the session to Chairman of India Tax Committee, Umesh Sharma sir, for his opening remarks, and then we will proceed ahead. Sharma sir.
Thank you, Dheeraj, for the MOC, and welcome to all the participants. This is one of the most important topic as told by Dheeraj, and we have today faculty Yogesh Ingle, who is also the contributor for the chapter on this particular GSTAT portal related practical issues in the latest book published by GST and IDT committee, that is on adjudication, representation and tribunal. Friends, we are also having a GST art level 1 3 days physical course across India. Many branches are hosting it. So you can connect to your branch to have that 3 days practical training for this adjudication, representation and training in GST art. Friends, whenever you go in your practice at the offices of the department, you have been there for assessments, reassessments, appeals. Now the time has come to go for the tribunal. And when we go for tribunal, the court art, that is the tribunal art, is very important. That how you represent, how you talk there, how you deal with the particular communication. And that all start from your submission itself. So today on the portal, how we should submit our documents, what care should be taken of, what are the tabs, which are the tabs which are of important, how to tackle the issues, everything will be dealt by CA Yogesh Ingle. And we at GST committee of ICI already having outreach programs with the GSTAT president, Honorable Justice Sanjay Mishraji, with whom we have met 2-3 times, and we are already discussing lot of issues, lot of improvement in this web portal as well as in the GST ecosystem of this GSTAT, because this is the first opportunity and every chartered accountant should grab it. It's a never to miss in life. Many of us may have regret if they don't start their GSTAT practice now, because in future there will be other professionals also to compete, but ICI want our members to exceed, to get involved in GSTAT practice and lead, so that in future we can be a front runner. Because after GSTAT, High Court and Supreme Court, we are not able to represent. So this is a chance to all our chartered accountants who practice in GST. And our GST and IDT committee is working hand to hand for the betterment of our profession, to empower our members. So your comments, your suggestions are always welcome. With this note, under the guidance of our passionate chairman, I always call him passionate chairman, RK sir, and President Prasanna sir and Vice President Mangesh Kinde sir, we are working for the betterment of our profession. So all the best. Happy learning to you. Over to you, Dheeraj.
Thank you very much, sir. As sir has rightly said, GSTAT practice is one of the core area which is coming up, and Indian Tax Committee has taken tremendous efforts to educate us, all of us, into that. So my next task today is to introduce all of you today's speaker, CA Yogesh Ingle. CA Yogesh Ingle sir is a fellow member of ICAI and having an over a decade of experience. He's basically from Jalgaon and now practicing in Pune. He has authored a series of articles and writes up on GST under the name GST Shastra. Further, he is a speaker to various forums like ICI and other professional bodies. Along with that, he has also authored a book called GST Shastra for builders and real estate transactions. He has also worked as a chairman of Legal and Representation Committee of Maharashtra Tax Practitioners Association. So vast experience with him. We expect a very engaging seminar today, and I also request all the participants to post their queries as and through, and after the session of English is over, we will take up the queries. Over to you, English sir.
Thank you, Dheeraj sir, for your kind words. I hope I am audible. Yeah. So, respected President and Vice President of the Institute, Chairman of Indirect Tax Committee, respected Umesh Sharma sir, Vice Chairman sir, and all the participants, very good afternoon. So, as pointed out by Umesh Sharma sir, precisely pointed out, uh, after 1 month, GST will be a 9-year-old baby. And when we look back on that on the day when these GST law was made effective, 1st July 2017, it was very new to the taxpayers, to the consultants, and to the department as well. So in between, we have received these show cause notices, orders, and since this law was very new to all of us, everyone has interpreted their own way. So the feedback mechanism was necessary in this entire GST ecosystem. So now after GST tribunal, so now with this GST tribunal becoming operational, it will serve as a feedback mechanism. Certainly, we will get certain a few orders which will give us a direction. So with this note, we will jump to the topic. I will just share my screen. Yeah. So the today's topic we are here to discuss navigating the GSTAT portal appeal filing walkthrough. So along with this PowerPoint presentation, we will have a demonstration of a GSTAT portal also. Uh, 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 so we will proceed further. So in this session, we will have a introduction of GSTAT portal, few relevant rules, GSTAT procedure rules, and few CGST rules also. We will go through the same. Then we will go through the checklist or preliminaries, so we can prepare ourselves better for the this tribunal appeal filing. Then we will have a walkthrough, registration, GSTAT portal, and appeal filing, and all those things. And then and there only we will issue certain issues. Of course, you can post your queries in the chat box also. So this way we are going to conduct this session. Now, similar to GST returns, e-way bills, e-invoices portal, specialized digital infrastructure for this tribunal proceedings will be there. And you can access this portal at efiling.gstat.gov.in. This is now operational. So as we all know, we have to file appeals in form GST APL 05 electronically, along with all the relevant documents, all the evidences, all the affidavits, and all those things electronically only. So there is no concept of paper book. Similar to say stat, we used to file paper book after filing up appeal. Now all the documents we have to file electronically. Now, as pointed out by Dhira sir, the deadline for filing appeal for the orders communicated before 1st April 2026 is 30th June 2026. 30th June 2026, and we are in the first week of June. And I will let you know the reality. So simultaneously, we will have access to portal also. Just a minute, I will share a screen. Yeah. So I hope GSTT portal is visible now. So this is e-filing.gstat.gov.in. This is the portal. Here you have the option to register to login. We are on the statistics parts. As far as statistics is concerned, only 12,061 appeals have been filed till date. Only 12,061. And in this month, precisely in these 2 days, 331 appeals has been filed. So many number of appeals are yet to be filed. Why? There might be lack of awareness, or in many cities, infrastructure is not yet ready. So because of this reason, taxpayers are also not that much responding. So maybe this could be the reason for this low number of appeal filing. Whether this 30th June 2026 deadline is extended, yes, there is a WhatsApp University. So 31st December 2026 is the new due date. Is it? No, this is not a deadline. Then for what purpose this deadline is extended? The deadline is extended for the earlier instruction issued by GSTAT president. So earlier on 20th June 2026, instructions were issued for registry to keep a lenient view during the scrutiny of documents. So it was registry was instructed to issue to raise the queries of substance only. Now this deadline was extended to 31st December 2026. So this is the actually 30th June deadline was not extended. For orders communicated after 1st April 2026, of course, 3 months time limit is there unless it is extended now. So as on date, this due date of 30th June 2026 is not at all extended. So even for filing a smallest appeal, at least we'll need 3 to 4 hours, excluding the communication with the client and all those things. So as soon as we will proceed for the appeal filing, you will get the idea of the what time we are going to dedicate for this appeal filing. Now we are going to see we are going through few CGST rules and few GST80 procedure rules. Why? Because we will get the idea what requirements are there, what law is expected us to do. So governing legislation, as far as governing legislation is concerned, CGST Act and rules made thereunder will be the primary legislation, of course. As per section 111, it prescribes that the subject to other provisions of this act and the rules made thereunder, appellate tribunal shall have their own powers to regulate their own procedure. And that's why this GSTAT procedure rules 2025 were introduced. So we will have a walk through few important provisions only related to appeal filing. Now this the critical observation as far as is concerned, at multiple places we will discuss about the GSTAT procedure rules that are traveling beyond the CGST rules. So there is a tug of war between CGST rules and GSTAT procedure rules always. So, in my humble opinion, CGST Act and CGST rules will always prevail over the GSTAT procedure rules 2025. Why? Because even we have gone through the provision, section 111, that is subject to the provision of Act and rules made thereunder. So, always CGST Act and rules made thereunder will prevail. However, multiple representations have been sent to the government to align these rules, these procedural rules with the CGST rules. So we will have a walk through a few important rules. Rule 18. Rule 18, one appeal per order. One appeal against order of appellate authority. So obviously we have to file an appeal. However, as per sub rule 3, when there are multiple order in original and against those multiple order in original, only a single order in appeal was passed by the appellate authority, we have to file appeal before tribunal as many as the number of the order in originals. So suppose there are five multiple financial, I am not going into merit of the case. For the 5 financial years, 5 order in originals were there, and appellate authority has passed only a single order in appeal. Then we have to file 5 appeals against all those order in originals. Appeal will be against order in appeal, but we have to file 5 appeals. Now, if there are multiple aggrieved person as per the impugned order, okay, so let's, for example, order has been passed under section 122 subsection 1A for the penalty against director of the company, for example, CFO of the company and employee of the company. Then each aggrieved person has to file appeal separately, and there is no concept of common or joint appeal. Such appeal shall not be entertained. So this is rule 18 of the GSTAT procedure rules. Now rule 20. Rule 20, it prescribes, it specifies that the form of appeal shall set forth concisely and under distinct head. So we have to avoid unnecessary elaboration of the facts, unnecessary elaboration of the grounds of appeal, and we should avoid repetition. Obviously, as Umesh Sharma sir pointed out, that ICAI have published a very good book on this litigation and adjudication also. So one must have go through the this book. Grounds of appeal shall be numbered serially. See, these are not small points. Once we are going through the this appeal filing portal, we will get the idea why this is necessary. So every ground should be numbered consecutively. It should be typed in a double spacing on A4 size paper, duly paged and indexed. So these are the specification. There is no specification as far as the font is concerned, but size 12 should be used. In that while filing, there is a checklist. In that checklist, few additional points are inserted, which are not specified in the rules, not specified in the any provision of the act, but it is an another law, we can say. So double spacing, A4 size paper, duly page and index appeal shall be filed. Now, very important, very important. Every form of appeal, application, cross objection shall be signed and verified by the appellant, applicant, or a respondent or authorized representative. While I am emphasizing on this word signed and verified, because there is some confusion between Rule 20 and Rule 21. For time being, every form of appeal, cross objection, or any application shall be signed and verified by the one of these appellant, applicant, or respondent or authorized representative. Now, appellant or applicant or respondent or authorized representative shall certify as true copy the document produced before the appellate tribunal. So, under sub rule 2 of rule 20, the appeal shall be signed and verified, and under sub rule 3, they are saying all the documents shall be certified as true copy, and if they are intended to be relied upon during the tribunal proceeding. Now come to rule 21. Rule 29, every appeal must be accompanied by a certified copy of order appeal against. So the impugned order must be certified copy of appellate authority, order of appellate authority or revisional authority under section 108. So this must be a certified copy. Under Rule 20, sign and verify, certify as true copy. Under Rule 21, certified copy. So different terminologies has been used within CGSTAT procedure rules itself. Now, what is certified copy? As per clause F of Rule 2 of GSTAT procedure rule, certified copy means original copy received by the party or a copy authenticated by the concerned department or a copy authenticated by authorized representative of appellant or respondent. So it may be a original copy. If you received the copy of order in on portal GST common portal, that could be also a certified copy. Or if you have received physical copy, then you have to authenticate this copy. Okay. Now please note that the definition of a certified copy is anyone, means by the concerned department, authenticated by the concerned department, copy authenticated by the authorized representative of appellant or respondent, that will be treated as certified copy. However, we are going to see the instructions issued in the month of March that only authenticated by the department will be treated as certified copy. So again, this system is evolving at multiple places. There is a contradiction, and this is how we need to navigate for the appeal filing. Now, Rule 21 mandates to upload all relied upon documents, all the relevant documents along with appeal. So as we have already discussed, there is no concept of paper book, no concept that we will file this letter. Of course, we can upload documents, but as of now, there is no concept of paper book. So Rule 21, certified copy of order appeal against is required. Now key issues, Rule 20 versus Rule 21. Rule 21 says certify as true copy, while Rule 21 says certified copy of order appeal against. So what to do? Now co-joint reading of this both rule, impugned order, that is the order of appellate authority or revisional authority, it must be a certified copy, and for all other documents, that all the documents shall be certified as a true copy, in my humble opinion. So this is the Rule 20 versus Rule 21 issue. Then in the beginning, we have discussed that a few of these rules are going beyond CGST rules. Now, Rule 21, we have already seen certified copy. As far as Rule 110, Sub-Rule 4 of CGST rule is concerned, where order is not uploaded on common portal, GST common portal, then you need to upload self-certified copy. So, self-certified copy, certified copy, certified copy as a true copy, different terminologies. And then Rule 21 says certified copy is mandatory, irrespective of the fact that whether order is uploaded on GST portal or not. So this is the conflict between these rules. So as far as appeal filing is concerned, we should upload a certified copy to avoid any dispute. Now, when you have received the order copy on GST common portal, then upload that original soft copy, because certified copy contains original copy also. If it is a physical copy, then you need to upload a scan copy. So in this case, you need to authenticate this copy as per Rule 21. Why? Because we are in this world of artificial intelligence. So you have to authenticate this document before filing appeal before appellate tribunal. So this is Rule 20 versus Rule 21. Now this is not end. Rule 22 again, signing. All the documents, including relied upon documents, shall be signed by authorized representative at the foot of each of these documents. So we have another task. So along with the written filings, along with all those things, we need to take a time for signing all those documents. I wonder if this thumb impression will be work or not. It will work or not, because when we have to hire any assistant to sign all those documents. So this is the requirement. specified by Rule 22. Rule 23, language and translation of documents. So if any document which is intended to be used in the proceedings before appellate tribunal, it must be in English. If it is in any language other than English, then a translated copy in English must be filed before appellate tribunal while filing this appeal. So there are instances where these e-bill cases under section 129, 130. So most of these cases, in these cases, the order copies will be in a local language. So we need to upload translated copy. Now another onus on the appellant is that this translated document shall be agreed by both the parties, or these translated copy shall be certified through translated copy by authorized representative of the parties. Now in future there may be a dispute between parties that I am not relying on this translated copy like that. So these are the Herculean tasks. If you have any document which is in language other than English, then translated copy of that document needs to be uploaded on GSTAT portal. Rule 31, grounds of appeal. Now, appellant shall be confined to the grounds stated in the appeal except the leave of appellate tribunal. So, no other grounds will be permitted except the leave of appellate tribunal. However, tribunal shall not be confined to the grounds set forth in the appeal. So, tribunal has powers, they can go beyond the grounds specified in the appeal. So, there is tip here. We should include all the grounds because leaving any ground may cause a irreparable damage to the case. However, having said that, which ground to include, which ground to press upon during the argument, that is a matter of litigation strategy. So this is rule 21. We cannot go beyond what ground stated in the appeal. Then another area of confusion, respondent. Who will be the respondent? Many of us are thinking that we are filing appeal against the order of appellate authority. So appellate authority will be a respondent. No, Rule 33 specifies that a respondent will be a concerned commissioner. So in if you are adjudicated by the central authorities, concerned jurisdictional commissioner of that commissionerate will be a respondent. In state GST cases, commissioner of state will be a respondent. Appellate authority is never a respondent. Next, rule 45, production of additional evidence. So as far as rule 45 is concerned, there are two exceptions to the rule. Generally, production of additional evidence is not at all allowed. Why? Because entire adjudication, then appellate authority stage, first appeal, these are based on the documents available on record. So, if you are suddenly you are producing any additional evidence that will change the nature of this dispute, so that is not allowed. Generally, not allowed. However, there are two exceptions. First, if the tribunal is of the opinion that additional evidence is to be filed to enable it to pass orders, so discretion of the bench, or if adjudicating authority or appellate or revisional authority has decided the case without giving sufficient opportunity to any party to adduce evidence. So without producing evidence, without providing opportunity of being heard, for example, ex parte order. So in such situation, only additional evidence are allowed. However, there is rule 112 under CGST rule which specified four exception, four grounds wherein this additional evidence is allowed. So we will go through one by one. Appellant shall not be allowed to produce any evidence other than the evidence produced by him in the preceding stage. First exception is where adjudicating authority or appellate authority refuse to admit evidence. So this case is not covered under CGST procedure rule. Second, appellant was prevented by sufficient pause from producing the evidence or producing the evidence which is relevant to any ground. Case number point number 2 and point number 3. These two grounds are also not covered under the CGST procedure rules. Fourth ground, that where adjudicating authority or appellate authority has made order appeal against without giving sufficient opportunity to the appellant to adduce evidence. This exception is covered under CGST 80 rule. So these are the situation where procedural rules are going beyond CGST rules. Time will tell that which one will prevail with another. Now, GSTAT precedent instruction 10th March 2026. Along with the appeal filing document APL5, form APL5, it must contain a show cause notice, order in original, order in appeal, statement of facts, and grounds of appeal. So these 5 documents are necessary. You can of course upload all other documents, all other relied upon documents, plus pre-deposit payment and court fees. Of course, portal will not allow to proceed further without paying pre-deposit and court fees. So these are the mandatory for appeal filing. Now regarding the certified copies, if you are uploading, we have already discussed this. If you are uploading a scanned copies of the order in original or order in appeal, then endorsement from the issuing authority is necessary. So we have already seen certified copy definition. Certified copy can be a original copy or authenticated by the appellant, respondent, or authorized representative. However, precedent instruction says that the scanned copy of order in original or order in appeal with endorsement from issuing authority, that will be treated as certified copy. And if such certified copy is uploaded, then no further defects are to be raised by the registry. So these are the instructions. Now coming back to signature again, one verification and digital signature of appellant is required. So we have already gone through rule 20, rule 21, rule 22. Digital signature was not mentioned anywhere. However, in this precedence instruction, one verification along with digital signature of the appellant is required. So this is the precedent instruction dated 10th March 2026. Now next. Now let's go through some checklist and preliminaries. We must have these documents ready before filing of appeal. So we will go through one by one. So I have divided this list based on the proceeding, based on the 61 proceeding, 65 or 67. So if this appeal is arising out of section 61 proceeding, scrutiny of return, so we must have SMT 10 copy, SMT 11 copy, and SMT 12 if issued. In most of the cases, department is not issuing SMT 12 copies. So these documents we must have. Then as far as departmental audit is concerned under section 65, notice ADT 1, then whatever documents we have submitted, date of visits by department field formation to the place of business of the taxpayer, then audit discrepancies communicated, TAR, FAR, draft audit observation, final audit observations, ADT2 report, and any other communication as far as department audit is concerned. All those documents we should have. Then if the proceedings are arising out of section 67 inspection search seizure, then authorization copy INS 01, search order INS 02, search or seizure, then other orders by investigating authorities, applications filed by the taxpayers under section 67 subsection 10. All these documents we must have in our possession. Then evable cases, MOV 1 to MOV 11, all those order we must have. Then if we have filed appeal against these orders, we must have those documents ready with us. So these are the pre-show cause notice documents. We must have all these documents ready with us. Now show cause notice stage. Show cause notice stage. So pre-show cause notice consultation via form DRC 01A. So if you do not receive a DRC 01A, this could be the ground before the appellate tribunal. So DRC 01A, then a show cause notice plus summary in DRC 1. Why all these documents are necessary in one of my case? Show cause notice, disputed amount was 4 crore. However, DRC 01 summary, it is only 55 lakhs. Now again, amount disputed amount under DRC 07, that is again 4 crore. So these are the discrepancy. These are the procedural lapses. We must submit grounds based on these procedural lapses also. Then other pre-show cause notice communication, copy of show cause notice reply, personal hearing communication, any other communication, and finally the order of adjudicating authority we must have with ourselves. Appeal stage from APL 1, application plus acknowledgement both. Then with the if your appeal is rejected, then APL 02 is necessary. Based on that, we will file appeal before the appellate tribunal. Then all the communications for personal hearings from appellate authority. Then additional submissions if any, and order of appellate authority of course. So all these documents, of course, this is the only indicative list. There may be documents apart from all these documents specified herein. If there are revisional proceedings, then notice in the form of RVN 1, then material or evidence placed by the revisional authority to exercise these powers under section 108. These all documents then reply to notice, order of revisional authority. These documents we must have. Then all other documents required for filing appeal before appellate tribunal. We must have a list of issues which have traveled to the tribunal, all the disputed issues or even undisputed issues. So suppose there are 10 issues raised in the show cause notice. By the time of appeal filing before appellate tribunal, 5 issues are dropped, and only 5 issues we are disputing. But department may file a appeal against those 5 issues. So we must have list of all those issues right from the show cause notice stage. Then details of demand admitted, pre-deposit paid, all these details we must have with us. Now let's go to the talk of the town, that filing of GST appeal on GSTAT portal. So appeal filing, as we have already discussed, this appeal filing is on a GSTAT portal. So we will have a look on this GSTAT portal. So we can file appeal currently only through taxpayer login and not through the authorized representative login. So we have to register taxpayer on this GSTAT portal. Let's navigate to GSTAT portal. So here register option is there, then login option is there. You can click on register option. Here multiple options will appear. Choose user type, taxpayer, tax officials, temp ID, authorized advocate or legal representative, or any other user. So we have to click on taxpayer. So once we click, we need to enter GST number here, and all the details will be auto populated here. Mobile number will also auto populated here. Then you have to verify this mobile number, then submit all those details, and you will receive a credential on email ID. Now there is one issue here. Now when you will register here, then jurisdiction, there is a field called jurisdiction here. Now in multiple cases, in case of partnership firm or private limited company, appellant's jurisdiction, this jurisdiction field is getting auto populated based on the primary signatory's residential address. So in one of my case, the company is based in Mumbai, registration is in based in Mumbai, so jurisdiction will be Maharashtra, but it is this jurisdiction is auto populated based on the residential address of director, one of the director. So these are the technical error. We need to have a screenshot and raise a ticket and proceed. Now next, once you log in, appellant corner or on left hand side panel will appear having details as appellant corner, details as respondent corner. So let's navigate to GSTT portal again. So continue. You have to, this disclaimer, you have no option but to click to agree and continue. Now on left hand side, you can see a panel, appellant corner, respondent corner, my account, and download that e-sign tool. Now, as far as if you are filing appeal, then appellant corner is to be used. If you are respondent in this case, respondent corner is to be used. Now, for proceeding appeal filing, you need to click on filing and this appeal filing option. Next, this window will appear. This is having multiple tabs. The first tab is pertaining to order details. Now, once you click on this option, select filing through ARN, CRN available, and second option is in the drop down list is ARN, CRN not available. ARN appeal reference number. So, where you will find this appeal reference number? If your appeal is filed in the form APL01 is filed online, then you will have that APL01 and you will get a appeal reference number, ARN number. So if you don't have, if you are submitted a appeal physically, then you will not have this number. Then you can proceed to file with the option ARN not available. Where you will find this ARN number, serial number 5 of APL 4. So here, serial number 5, APL 4. This is the ARN number. You can mention this number and sorry, I guess screen is not visible. Yeah. So this is APL4 serial number 5. This is the ARN number. Based on this number, you can proceed to file appeal. Now, once you enter this ARN number, you will get this order number will get auto populated. You need to select this order and proceed. Now, next window. Now, once you enter these details, all the remaining details will get auto populated, like the appellate authority or revisional authority number, appellant name, whether it is a demand order or refund order or registration order, these details will get auto populated. Name of the appellate authority, these details will also get auto populated. Then communication date of the order, all these details will get auto populated. Even this APL4 summary, this will also get auto populated. We need to confirm this and proceed. If this is not the order, we can click on this this option that this is not the order, then we can upload appropriate order. Now one issue here, if this communication date of the order of appellate authority is non-editable field. If we compare to the GST portal while filing appeal in form APL01, the communication date is auto populating. However, that is a editable field. Why this is important? If you are disputing the service of notice itself, then you have to mention a different date. So in this case, this field is not editable. So in that case, you need to select that ARN CRN on the not available option and file all the details manually. However, in the initial period, while filing the appeal before appellate tribunal, this will not be an issue. However, in the coming future, this could be a issue where service of order itself we are disputing. Now, if we have selected ARN CRN not available, then all those details needs to be entered manually. So if order appeal against, so these are the three option. APL2 rejected. If it is time barred appeal, then appeal may be rejected by appellate authority, or order appeal against is APL 04 appellate authority order or revisional order. So appropriate option needs to be selected. Then appellant, all these details are to be entered manually. Order type, whether it is a demand order, registration order, recovery order, or refund order, all these types of order, appropriate order type needs to be selected. Then authority type, whether it is a appellate authority order or revisional authority order, that needs to be selected. All the rest of the details you have to file, you have to enter manually, and you need to upload the impugned order. So we have discussed both the options ARN and CRN not available cases. Now next tab is basic details. So basic details. So we have to select act based on the demand confirm, whether it is a CGST, HGST demand or IGST demand. Based on that, we need to select act CGST and HGST. Mandatorily, we need to select section 112 for IGST, also section 112. If matter is respect to cess, then section 20 of the act needs to be selected. Next, case type, no option, appeal. This field will appeal with the option appeal, no other option. Next is, does the appeal or application involve any issue over which only the principal bench has jurisdiction? So what is the principal bench jurisdiction? According to section 109 subsection 5, where any of the issues involved, issue related to the place of supply, then the entire matter will be heard by the principal bench. So let's say there are 10 issues. Out of those 10 issues, one issue is with respect to place of supply. Then in such case, you need to select option here, yes, and a matter will be heard by the entire matter will be heard by the principal bench. Demand is amounting to rupees 1 crore. Out of 1 crore, only 1 lakh rupees dispute is with respect to place of supply. Then also you need to select option yes here, and your this will be a principal bench jurisdiction. Appeal will be heard by the principal bench. Now next option is jurisdiction of appellate or revisional authority. Whether appellate or revisional authority is state or center, that option needs to be selected. Now let's discuss issues here. If my client is based in Maharashtra, however, DGGI is having pan India jurisdiction, so DGGI Delhi has investigated my client, my unit. So where to file appeal, before Delhi GSTAT bench or Maharashtra GSTAT bench? So there is concept of common adjudicating authority, which is defined in the notification under the act. So common adjudicating authority can adjudicate that matter, and if this adjudication is done by the common adjudicating authority Delhi, then my first appeal should be filed before Delhi First Appellate Authority, and then second appeal also jurisdiction will lie before GSTAT Delhi. So accordingly, we need to select this option. Second case, where goods are transported from Maharashtra to UP. However, in between, GST Gujarat authorities inspected a vehicle of my client and carried 129 130 proceedings. So appeal with respect to this matter. So in this case, we don't have a registration in Gujarat, state of Gujarat. So in this case, temporary ID is generated. So temporary GST number these authorities are giving us. So with the help of this temporary ID, we need to register taxpayer on GSTAT portal. Let's go to GSTAT portal. For a while, we will log out. So there are multiple options, taxpayer, temp ID. So with the temp ID option, we need to get this client register. So this option, if you are going to use this option, you will not be able to proceed further. So this temp ID option needs to be selected. Earlier, this option is not this option was not enabled. So there are various issues while filing such appeals before appellate authority. Yeah. Now next option. So once we have selected the jurisdiction of appellate authority and revisional authorities, PPT. So state or center. Based on this option, next option will get enabled. So if you have selected state as a jurisdiction of appellate or revisional authority, then a name of all states will appear. However, if we select center as jurisdiction, then the list of all the zones will appear. So based appropriate state or zone appellate authority, we need to select. Based on this option, the list of appellate authority will appear in the next option here. Once we select appropriate option, then appellate or revisional authority who has passed the impugned order, list of all those appellate authorities or revisional authority will appear. Now next is case details, grounds, and all those details we need to submit here in brief, in limited 2000 characters we need to present here. So first tab is case details, and what we need to mention: grounds of appeal in brief, prayer, and brief issue of the case under dispute. Though you are filing APL5 form along with all the detailed submissions, you need to provide details in brief here with the limited 2000 characters. So grounds of appeal in brief, then brief issues of the case under dispute, and what you are praying for. So these details you need to provide. So in my humble opinion, we need to provide these details so as to represent our case, the gist of the case. We can create a clear picture before the bench. Actually, why these details are necessary? In the next slide, we will see that all based on all these categories of the case, days of these benches will be finalized. So for example, on a Monday, category 1 cases, category 2 cases will be heard. In any other day, category 2 cases will be heard, like that. So next tab is category of the case. Now very important, category of the case. So there are 38 categories, 38 options are there. From that drop down list, you can refer to the annexure B in the APL5, which is prescribed under the CGST rules. So there are 38 options. We need to select appropriate category, appropriate option. Then Herculean task, that we need to select GST section, appropriate rule under which this order is confirmed. Then the amount involved against that particular dispute, and we need to add all these list. So this is very tedious task. Upon selection of this category of dispute, relevant section and rule and amount involved in this case, all those details we need to mention. Based on this category, these working days will be allotted. So we need to refer order number 3. Yeah. So this is the order number 3 here. Category 1 cases. So category, all these are the category 1 cases. 73 orders, 74 orders. Then category 2 cases, registration related aspects. Then category 3 cases, more or less penalty related issues are the category 3 issues. Now let's say this Patna bench. So Patna bench will heard these matters. Category 1 issues on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Category 2 cases on Thursday and Friday. So based on this category of the case you selected, at the back end, system will categorize these cases and days will be allotted by the benches. So this is with respect to category of case. Now key issues involved here are there will be order or dispute which may involve overlapping application of multiple statutory provisions. For example, if case is related to supply of goods or supply of service, we will dispute a time of supply also, value of supply also, and place of supply also, which will be a defense in our case. So in such case, what category is to be selected, which section, which rule is to be selected, so that is a difficult task. Then there is a principle of doctrine of acquisitions. It means we are admitting validity of notices or orders by omission to dispute or by submission. For example, multiple orders are not even referring to the particular provision which are alleged to be violated. So in such cases, if we select any particular section or any particular rule, then it should not amount to admission of that particular violation. However, to proceed further, to file with the appeal on this GSTAT portal, you need to select that category. So in this case, in my humble opinion, you need to select that category. However, in detail submission in APL 5, you can write down that this selection is only for the portal compliance and does not restrict any legal grounds involving the overlapping provisions. So we are following this practice. So we are selecting appropriate category, broader category we can say, and we are proceeding with the bill filing. Next, again, case summary. Again, we need to classify this our case into the four options. What are the four options? Short or non-payment of tax. Second, levy of penalty. Third, levy of interest, late fee or fine. And fourth is classification dispute. Again, we have seen that instruction number 3. So based on that, working days will be allotted. So in this case summary, issues related to short and non-payment of tax based on the above four categories. What is the stand of adjudicating authority? So that is to be mentioned in the brief. Then as determined by the appellate or revisional authority, then your stand as per tribunal, and last, what you are praying for. So these details in brief needs to be mentioned. Now here, there is a no specific category for erroneous refund or ITC wrongly availed. Section 73, Section 74, there are categories like short payment, non-payment, ITC wrongly availed or utilized, and erroneous refund. However, on a GSTAT portal, these two fields are not there. Though these fields are there on draft e-filing Excel sheet, which provides this option. However, on portal, these fields are not there. Acha, one more thing. Once you are on the GSTAT portal, you will not be able to proceed further. You will not be able to proceed further unless you have fill up the details in the previous step. So this is the we can say hardship, because we will not get any idea regarding next step what details are required to be filled. So this is the issue. You can download. See at the bottom of GSTAT portal, there is Excel sheet. You can download the Excel sheet, which is the replica of the e-filing portal. So e-filing template download at the bottom under links option, there is a e-filing template download. You can download that template. It is a replica of the e-filing portal. Now coming back to the presentation. So appropriate case summary, all these details we need to enter. Next, about appellant. in this tab, we need to enter constitution of the appellant, whether it is a private limited company or it is a it is a partnership firm or a proprietorship. Then constitution of business, then statute under which it is incorporated. So all these details we need to fill up. How as far as the proprietorship firms are concerned, so identification number or constitution is not available. Further, date of commencement of business. If client has not provided the date of commencement of business, in such case, what to do? Then you can select the date of commencement of business as the 1st July 2017, or if registration is obtained thereafter, then that registration date, and proceed for with the bill filing. Now, nature of business. Now, nature of business, we need to fill up these details. However, in case of classification dispute, we all know that the burden of proof is on other side, on revenue. So, in such case, we need to fill up these details with the caution that that these details should not cause prejudice to the case. Next, statement of facts. Statement of facts case history. Now, in this tab, you need to chronologically record all those events in a chronological order so that it can create a clear picture before the bench. What all those events, what are those procedural lapses? For example, in one of our case, so GST audit, the proceedings arising out of GST audit, section 65. Now, in this case, place of visit. So, department has visited place of business of the client on one day, let's say, for example, on 1st June and 30th June. However, ADT2 was issued on 15th June. So, this procedural lapse I want to highlight before the bench, that before concluding audit, even this ADT2 was issued. So, this is the against the provision of law. So, all these details we will submit here. So right from the ADT1 copies, ADT2, all these audit observations, all these details will be submitted here. Next tab is appellant details. So appellant details based on the ARN, CRN, whatever details we have submitted in the first tab, these details will be auto-populated. Now here, official address of the appellant. This is getting again auto-populated based on the residential address of the director or partner or the proprietor. So again, you can have a screenshot and raise ticket and proceed further. Next, add respondent. We have already discussed this. Rule 33 of the GSTAT procedure rule, commissioner consent will be a respondent. So in this case, we need to fill up details like respondent name, which is not a mandatory field. Designation and office is the mandatory field. Contact number and email ID. So if you have all those details, otherwise submit a mandatory details such as designation and office. For central cases, commissioner of jurisdictional commissionerate will be a respondent. In all other cases, in state cases, concerned state commissioner will be a respondent. Appellate authority will not be a respondent. Now, each of these respondent may file a petition against or cross objection against your appeal, and upon submission of the cross objection, bench may allow you to file a rejoinder. So this is the procedure. Next, add representative. Now, before proceeding to the add representative, we must get RSL register as authorized representative. Again, we need to go to the GSTAT portal. So few details will be asked, like your membership number and all those details, your photographs, your certificate of membership, certificate of practice, all those details, and then you can register yourself. So before designating you as a as a authorized representative through taxpayer login, you should get yourself register first. So appellant name will appear here. Then in the search representative option, you need to type at least 3 letters. Then if you are registered, your name will appear. You need to select that. Again, issue here is this message is auto populated here, that if you choose not to designate any authorized representative, you may proceed by identifying yourself as in person. Now, according to section 116, any taxpayer, any agreed person can appear in person, and this is the routine practice. However, though this message is appear here, portal is not allowing you to skip this option. Portal mandatorily required to designate authorized representative, then only you can proceed with the next step. Next, demand details. So if demand details are available, so if ARN CRN number is available, these demand details will get auto populated. If ARN CRN details are not available, then you need to fill up all those details manually. So 3 parts are there: demand confirm. So demand determined as per original order in original DRC 07, then disputed before appellate authority and determined by appellate authority. Once we confirm this demand, all these details, we can go to the next tab, that is pre-deposit. Now, as per section 112, subsection 8, we need to pay full admitted amount and 10% of remaining disputed amount as a pre-deposit. Next step, so there will be a amount of demand, then amount admitted and amount under dispute. So admitted amount you need to enter here manually. Accordingly, amount of dispute will get recalculated and amount payable will get recalculated. So amount of pre-deposit will get calculated. Now issues here, how to pay pre-deposit. Pre-deposit is mandatorily to be paid on a GST common portal, not on GSTAT portal. Once you pay, once you offset the cash ledger or a credit ledger against the demand on GST common portal, GSTAT portal which fetch details of pre-deposit. So you will these details will appear on the GSTAT common portal, and you can proceed for further filing. If you have paid pre-deposit through DRC 03, so Annexure I, so when tribunals are not yet functional, so we must have submitted Annexure I and DRC 03. So if you have paid a pre-deposit through DRC 03, then there is a procedure and prescribed under circular. You need to file a DRC 03A, appropriate that DRC 03 against this demand, and then the details will get auto-populated. Now, next question could be, there are proceeding under section 67. So, for whatever reason, you have paid certain amounts, let's say total disputed amount is rupees 10 crore and you have paid 1 crore rupees. So, department ने कहा था sir कि cooperate कीजिए, हम भी cooperate करेंगे. So, this is the famous dialogue. So, we have paid a DRC 03 during this investigation. Can we appropriate that amount against pre-deposit as a pre-deposit? The question answer is yes. You can appropriate that DRC 03A by 03 by mapping by filing DRC 03A. If is there any exemption for pre-deposit? The answer is no, unless you have any court order. Then only you can opt for the exemption option. You need to upload that court order, self calculation sheet, or covering letter stating all this your concerns or this dispute, or mentioning the court orders details. Now key issue here is uh, there is a provision to section 112 subsection 8 with effect from 1st October 2025. So provision is added for penalty orders only, without which involves no demand of any tax or interest. So in this case, the sum equal to 10% of the said penalty in addition to the amount payable under subsection 6 of section 107, means first appellate authority wala section. So we need to pay 10% pre-deposit. Now here is one illustration. Ordinary original dated 1st January 2024. The penalty is amounting to rupees 1 crore. Then appeal was filed on 20th February 2024 without a pre-deposit. Why? Because this provision was not effected at that time. Now, first appellate authority has confirmed order in December 25. Now you are filing appeal before appellate tribunal. Now, how much pre-deposit is to be paid for appeal filing? 10% or 20%? Let's have a please post your answers in the chat box if possible. 10% or 20%? Any guesses? Sir, are participants allowed to enter in message in chat box? Okay, so technical glitches. So we will proceed further. So how much pre-deposit is to be paid for filing appeal before appellate tribunal? 10% or 20%? The answer is 10%. Why? Because at the time of filing appeal before first appellate authority, this provision was not in existence. Further, it is said that in addition to the amount payable under proviso to subsection 6 of section 107. So at that time, amount payable was 0. Hence, now only 10 lakh pre-deposit you need to pay. Next, OIO dated 1st January 2024. Disputed tax amount is rupees 1 crore, interest rupees 30 lakhs, and penalty rupees 15 lakhs. Now, first appellate authority dropped the demand for tax and interest, confirm demand for penalty on 31st December 2025. Now, how much pre-deposit is to be paid for filing appeal before tribunal? This is the question. Now, let's answer the first question. How much deposit we will pay at the time of appeal before appellate authority, first appeal? The answer is rupees 10 lakhs. Obviously, 10% of rupees 1 crore. In this case, we need not to pay pre-deposit on disputed penalty. Correct. Now, this demand for tax and interest was dropped by first appellate authority, and only demand for 15 lakhs, which I am disputing before appellate tribunal. So, how much pre-deposit I need to pay now? Now, if we consider this, the penalty is 15 lakh. 10% of 15 lakh is 1.5 lakhs, but I have already paid rupees 10 lakh. But here is the issue. Answer is again we need to pay 1.5 lakhs rupees. Why? Because at the time of filing first appeal, while paying this pre-deposit, I need to deposit this tax under the head tax for payment of deposit against a penalty. I need to deposit cash in the penalty head. Correct. So while filing this tribunal appeal, I need to pay penalty pre-deposit, and there is no mechanism available now that to appropriate that 10 lakhs rupees against this penalty pre-deposit. So again, this issue needs to be considered by government, and solution needs to be provided. So again, here though you have paid rupees 10 lakhs, again we need to pay that 1.5 lakhs penalty pre-deposit. Now, third illustration, order in original dated 1st January 2024. Tax amount, again same example, tax amount, disputed amount 1 crore, interest 30 lakhs, and penalty 10 lakhs. Now, first appellate authority dropped demand for the tax amount amounting to rupees 20 lakhs. So, disputed amount before tribunal is 80 lakhs. Now, how much pre-deposit, additional pre-deposits to be paid for filing appeal before appellate tribunal? The answer is remaining 6 lakhs. How? Now disputed demand before tribunal is 80 lakhs rupees, multiply by 20%. So 1.6 lakhs. Out of that, 10 lakhs pre-deposit I have already paid against the pre-deposit before the first appellate authority. So balance remaining 6 lakh rupees I need to pay now. So this is how this calculations need to be done. Now there are certain errors. If your order is belongs to multiple financial year, then for that each financial, considering that disputed amount of each financial year, portal is calculating this pre-deposit amount. So again, this is an error. Second, pre-deposit amount is calculated based on the tax plus interest and penalty. So if disputed amount contains tax plus interest plus penalty, then only 10% of disputed tax amount we need to pay as a pre-deposit. However, portal at while filing certain appeals, this calculation errors are identified. So you need to report those issues, or else you can submit a self calculation sheet, your calculations, and proceed with appeal filing. Now next is court fees. Now court fees, mandatorily court fee needs to be paid. And what will be the calculation? It is 1,000 rupees per 1 lakh of disputed tax or fine, fees, penalty, interest. It is subject to maximum of rupees 25,000 and minimum of rupees 5,000. This much court fees you can pay online or through Bharat Kosh. So this is a simple procedure. You can proceed with the online payment of the court fees. Now, once you have paid court fees, of course, now these options of court fees have been now shuffled, and upload document is will option will appear before this tab. Then upload document and final submission. We need to upload all the documents along with form APL 5. So all those statement of facts, grounds of appeal, prayer, appellant details, and all the supporting documents we need to upload here. So you can just go through these notes, upload document in a sequence in which it appears in the document type drop down. So this is very important, because once we are filing these documents, and at the time of argument we are referring some other document and the bench is referring some other document, then there will be a chaotic situation. To avoid such to avoid this, we must file these documents in the sequence mentioned therein. So here document types mentioned as appeal. So your APL 5 form along with all the related documents, then affidavits, all the annexures, impugned order or revision order, wakalatnama, which is mandatory, payment receipt, and all other documents prescribed therein. We need to upload all these documents. So we need to select appropriate option from the drop down list, and we need to upload these documents. Now, as we have said, this add document tab is enabled only after pre-deposit and court fees paid option. Now court fees tab is now shuffled from these from the earlier option. However, for the old draft which you must have saved on the GSTAT portal, you will face the same problem, that unless you have paid court fees and pre-deposit payment, you cannot go to the add a documents tab. Then portal mandates affidavits. Currently, recently, it is this requirement is removed. However, affidavits are not required to be filed mandatory. However, GSTAT portal creating this artificial condition that the affidavit is necessary for filing the appeal. However, this requirement is recently removed. Now, as we have discussed, yeah, we should maintain the sequence of the documents, and as I mentioned in the previous this sheet, that's we need to maintain this sequence, and whatever documents we are uploading, our paper book should be exact replica of all those documents to avoid any confusion while we are arguing. And most importantly, we need to mark document page number to all the documents, again to avoid any confusion while referring to the document. So these we need to take care about. Then final review and submission. After we have uploaded all these document, final review option will appear. All those details which we have filed, which we have entered, will appear. Then you can download the provisional acknowledgement after submission of the appeal. Three options will be available. You can sign this APL file with the external DSC. Then NIC e-filing option is also there. And another last options is Aadhaar based e-signing. So all these options are available. Date of filing will be treated as date of provisional acknowledgement. And if you have uploaded a copy of impugned order along with this APL file, defect removal, of course, registry will raise a defect in substance as instructed by president in their instruction. And after removal of defects, post submission of the documents, this final acknowledgement will be issued. Now let's have a quick walkthrough with this APL form 5. So we have filed appeal on a GSTAT portal. Along with this, we need to upload form APL 5 along with statement of facts, along with grounds of appeal, and along with all these annexures. So all the details mentioned on the GSTAT portal, same details we need to mention here. GST number of the appellant, name of the appellant, and all those details. So if we can refer, there is annexure A for order type. So you can just go through the annexure A. So order types are demand order, refund order, registration order, enforcement order, recovery order, or any other order. Then under annexure B, there are 38 categories of dispute. So if you have any dispute regarding this classification issue, then appropriate notification or appropriate decision that needs to be mentioned in the category tab. Then there is a annexure C, case summary, replica of whatever we have mentioned on the GSTAT portal. Then annexure D, about appellant, all the information of the appellant that we need to mention. And statement of facts, case history, annexure E. So chronologically, we need to upload all these details on GSTT portal as well, and mention these details on the while uploading the document, your appeal in form APL 5. So detailed submissions to be filed along with online filing on GSTAT portal. So prescribed format is APL 05. And as we have already discussed, we should ensure that data upload in a sequence provided on portal, and we need to maintain a sequence in for our paper book also. And very important, index and pagination. We must ensure that the paper book should be a replica of documents uploaded on the GSTAT portal. So with this note, I will end my deliberation with one of my favorite shloka. Ashwam naivam gajam naivam vagram naivacha naivacha ajaputra balim datyat devo durbala bhataka. Spirit of this shloka is the weak are always the ones who get slaughtered. And with the motto that no one should leave behind, Indirect Tax Committee has organized this session today. So I am thankful to the alma mater ICAI, President and Vice President of the Institute, Chairman, Vice Chairman, Umesh Sharma sir, and all the committee members, Giras sir, and also thanks to all the participants. Giras sir, over to you. We can proceed for the
Yeah,
question answer if any.
sir. Yes, sir. Before we begin, there are n number of queries by participants, sir. So we have a time left. So we will take out a few of the queries, whatever possible in the given time frame.
Should I go to admin panel, sir?
Yes, sir. So it will be easier, and then I will just read the query, so you can,
Fine, sir.
clarify the doubts.
Fine, sir.
Yeah. So there is first query. So in checklist section, there appears a question like, has the order appealed against, that is order of the appellate revision authority has been approved. This is okay.
Self-certified copy. Yeah.
Okay. This is self has been. Let me go through one query, sir. Then I will read.
Fine. So the query is in the checklist section, there appears question like, has the order appeal against, that is order of appellate authority, revision authority, been uploaded with self-certified copy? So that's what I am telling. So there is a contradiction in GSTAT procedure rule, that checklist also. So once you have mentioned that you should upload a certified copy, then certified as true copy, and in this checklist they are saying that you should upload a self-certified copy. So go by a certified copy as mentioned in the, under rule 21. So certified copy should be a sufficient compliance.
The next question is, while on the page of uploading documents, the first one is appeal. Since the entire APL 05 is being filed online itself, does a hard copy need to be separately typed and uploaded?
Yes, sir. Actually, in fact, many of us are thinking that we should submit appeal online and then we will submit all those documents. We should avoid this. We should avoid this. We have to submit all these details on GSTT portal. Additionally, we should file a form APL file along with our detailed submission. So we have to upload that.
So all documents has to be typed and uploaded.
Yes.
So the next question is the signature stamp needed at all pages of the appeal? Grounds of appeal, annexures, physical signature is mandatory, or will DSC will suffice? And to be signed by whom? Taxpayers or AR? What will be the attachment? Do we need to file application for new grounds, and how to file the same? So the next last question we will. There are two main questions. So
Yes.
whether the all papers have to be signed, as you have already told, we need to appoint one staff for that. So you can clarify that again. And the second question in the same question is that, do we need to file application for the new grounds, and how to file the same? So there are two questions. Kindly clarify, sir.
Yeah. So first part of the question, that physical signature is mandatory or will DSC suffice? So according to rules, we need to sign physically. However, according to order, that instructions of digital signature must be there on form APL 5, signed by whom? By the appellant and also by the representative. So, in my humble opinion, considering the instruction issued dated 10th March, so one verification by appellant as well as authorized representative shall suffice. So, this is the answer to the first part of the question. Then, what will be the attachment? I mean, you are referring to the annexures. So all the annexures means relied upon documents like your show cause notices, order in appeal, any personal hearing letter, or any other communication, any other additional submission you have filed with the appellate authority or with the additional adjudicating authority. These will be the attachments. And last question: do we need to file application for new grounds, uh, and how to file the same? So new grounds. There are two parts. New facts are different and additional evidences are different. So if a new fact is in the nature that it is not changing the entire course of this appeal, then that will be allowed. For additional evidence, practically, in my humble opinion, you should file additional evidence. Let the bench decide that this is an additional evidence. Let the department take an objection against this, that this is an additional evidence and this should not be allowed. So this is how we need to proceed.
So basically, we should do the whole or upload all the things from our side, and then As far as additional
Yes, sir.
evidences are concerned, then the ball should be in their court. The next question
Yes.
is, so this is Soman NL. See, he has the sought registration on the GSTAT as an authorized representative, and he has pending to upload the photograph and certificate of practice. And before that, login ID was allotted before completion of the profile. However, I am unable to upload these details since the tab for editing does not appear in the account details. Kindly advise how to rectify the technical defect. So, the profile is not complete of an AR and now it is not editable. So, what to do?
Understood, sir. You can raise ticket to the help desk, or you can create your another registration with different email ID and different number. So simple.
Simple. Yes, sir. That's true.
Yeah.
The next one is regarding the offline order. So, order is received, the appellate order is received offline, which is not uploaded on the portal. How appeal is to be filed, whether the physical copies are to be submitted as. So I guess you have given this answer, sir, in your presentation, but kindly repeat for the sake.
So we can submit a scan copies of this order received physically, and those copies are to be authenticated by concerned department according to Rule 21.
The next question is, while filing an appeal on the GSTAT portal, mandatory field requires uploading an appeal as an attachment. Kindly clarify whether the attachment should be the appeal generated and downloaded from the portal, duly signed and uploaded, or form GST APL 05 duly signed by the appellant or authorized representative.
Sir, this should be the GST APL 05 form along with your detailed grounds of appeal, statement of facts, on all your grounds.
Next question is, what affidavit has to be filed online? Can you please state the content to be covered in the affidavit? So it's
Uh, Affidavits are not mandatory. However, where like all the particularly, I will give an example. Like if there is a dispute regarding these credit notes appearing in GSTAT 2A, and authorities are saying that you need to prove that these credit notes are not belong to taxpayer. So this is the reverse burden of proof. Now, in such cases where you cannot submit any proof that these credit notes are not belongs to me, so you can simply file an affidavit. So content of affidavit, if I am not wrong, that is mentioned under Rule 77 of GST 80 rules. So basically, in affidavit, you will mention that you are confirming these details on oath, and you can submit that affidavit.
yes. So next question is not directly related to the filing issues, but this is
Okay.
again it is about the revision application, rectification application. So
Okay.
revision rectification application is filed uh, and it is yet to be concluded. So what to do? So with how as the time is approaching for the state filing, how to proceed in such cases where the rectification application
Yeah.
is pending.
Yeah, so this is an issue, sir. So, in my humble opinion, you should withdraw that rectification application, and you should file appeal before appellate tribunal.
So can it be, sir? My next question, can this happen that if the rectification order is rejected, then we can file appeal against that order?
That rejected order, yes, we can file, but we need to consider time limit, sir. Uh, After rectification of order, if it is rejected, then we need to consider original order only. So time limit will apply from original order. If if that order is rectified, then in my humble opinion that this is the new order, and against that new order you need to file appeal, so we need to consider this time limit.
Uh, Next is, after filing an GST appeal before appellate tribunal, where and to whom are the physical sets of the appeal is to be submitted and how many copies? So this is, uh, please
Actually,
clarify,
yes.
sir.
Yeah, actually, there was a requirement under a GSTAT that we need to submit a paper book. However, uh, here there is no such concept of paper book. However, as a practice, we can submit those copies with the registry of the bench. We can approach registry. for any query.
So, but that is not mandatory. It is not required to
That
be
is not mandatory. You
mandatory.
need to upload compulsorily on GSTAT portal. Dheeraj sir, I will just add one more thing.
Yes.
Once you have filed the appeal, then and suppose any appeal is designated to me, then I can log into my this login, and I can upload or file an interlocutory application which is prescribed under the procedural rules. So all those things I can do from my portal. However, appeal filing shall be mandatorily done through the Express login.
So, as you have explained in the starting only, so login is to be
Yeah,
from the taxpayer.
Express login only.
Yes. The next question is whether the OIO, OI, SCA, and DRC01A has to be signed by authorized representative or appellant, even when the said order has been issued online on a GST portal. Whether the said, again, all these documents are to be signed by, so whether it's to be signed even if it is issued online, that is the question.
So, yeah, in my opinion, sir, certified copy, definition of certified copy includes original copy also. So, if you have received these copies on a GST portal, you can simply upload those copies.
So no need of signature, sir.
No need of signature
Right.
because that will be signed with the digital signature only.
Yes. So again, there's the same question related. If you
Same
are
question.
issued
Yeah.
on the portal certified copy, so you have already answered this.
Yeah.
So this is again not related to the filing, but important question: how we will prove the appellant authority has refused to admit the evidences.
So you must have acknowledgement of the additional submission or additional evidence that will serve as a proof that my additional evidence was not admitted by the appellate authority.
So more important, sir, while representing to the appellant authority, it is very important that
Yeah.
uh, the the attendance memo and the documents has to be properly. The all the care should have been taken at that time. So this is very
Yes.
important.
Yes, sir.
So next question is, this is a big question.
Long question.
So what I will do, I will go to the next one first. So
Okay.
so please confirm whether the GSTAT filing is possible by way of Aadhaar authentication or DSC is required.
Sir, both options are available. Both options have their limitations. I have tried with both the options. Aadhaar authentication, sometimes that authentication process is not enabled, so you will get that error. Sometimes you will enter Aadhaar number, you will receive OTP, but you will not be able to authenticate. So this is an issue. You can sign documents with DSC. That is the simplest method, and you can simply upload that document and proceed.
Okay. So I will read that this, and this is a big question. A search was conducted at the principal place of business. SCN under section 74 was issued for the period July 17 to November 18. Before SCN was issued, the taxpayer filed GST 3B for the period July 17 to November 18 and the tax has been paid. After some months, he has paid interest also. Adjudication under section 74 was concluded and the turnover was determined at the same amount as reported in GST 3B. The adjudicating authority demanded the tax in order and also said that the tax paid through GSTAT 3B is adjusted towards the tax due as per this order. Also, in the order, the penalty was also demanded and the interest was not quantified. Again, this order, taxpayer had filed appeal before the first appellant authority. The appeal was dismissed on merits. Now the taxpayer is willing to file an appeal before GSTAT. The original order was manual order. Demand of penalty only raised in the portal. So how much pre-deposit is required to be made in this case? So this you have taken in the your illustration,
Yeah.
sir.
So
As far as penalty is concerned.
yeah, actual question is related to the pre-deposit amount.
Yes, yes.
So now first appellate authority has decided the case against you. Adverse orders had been received. Now for the penalty amount, you need to pay 10% pre-deposit. Only 10%, not 20%.
Sir, what if no APL 2 is issued by the appellant authority?
No, if your appeal is rejected, then mandatorily appeal to should be issued. And if your appeal is admitted, then also appeal 2 is available on GST portal.
Portal.
So that should not be the issue.
So if the appeal is, so he has reached his finality, then appeal 2 should be there.
Yes, yes, yes.
In case of OIO passed by the Assistant Commissioner, later order confirmed in OIA, now approaching to file appeal against OIO, who would be the respondent in this case? In my understanding, it would be Assistant Commissioner. Could you please explain Rule 33 of the GSTAT once? So we already covered this, sir.
Yes.
It's a commissioner, but again you can elaborate the thing.
It is specifically mentioned under Rule 33 that commissioner concerned should be your respondent.
Yes.
See, party to the dispute is commissioner against you, the taxpayer. So respondent will be commissioner always.
Yes. If the order is passed in the name of person who has expired, whose digital signature will be affixed? So it's
Now this is an issue. You need to take this issue to the registry, because I haven't faced such case, but you can certainly go to the registry in such cases and get the solution.
yeah. So the grievance is the only solution here.
Yes.
So if OIO has been issued to two GSTNs, how many appeals should be filed? And
Per
before whom?
GSTN, one separate appeal for GSTN,
Each GSTN,
each
yes.
GSTN, yes. Before whom, that question, I'm not getting that question.
So it might be related that every, so the order has been passed by so same person, two GSTN located at two different territories. Say one is in Maharashtra and one is in Karnataka. So the
Yeah, if
respective commissioner will be
yes, if respective jurisdiction of appellate authority, that respective before that respective bench, you need to file appeal.
okay, correct. Next is amount involved to be mentioned only principal or including interest and penalty. So the form,
Where it is to be mentioned, I guess
so,
there are multiple
but
options there.
yes, and I guess the form contains all the amount to be mentioned. So disputed, accepted, all the things. So
If you are
query is not
mentioning in the See, if you are mentioning in the case summary, that should be tax plus interest penalty. Then for pre-deposit, only tax amount. Interest, there are columns for tax, interest, penalty. So accordingly, you have to mention.
next is even we register authorized representative as a CA, it is showing as a advocate.
Race ticket, sir. There is no
Whether
other option.
yeah, whether partnership firm can be registered as an authorized representative.
If partnership firm is the appellant, then they can appear as a representative. If a partnership firm is a law firm, then also as they can register as authorized representative. In my opinion, I think your question is related to registration. I think for registering partnership firm option is not available as of now. I need to check, but I will revert on this issue.
So next is one clarification. Even I have not checked this, sir. As you explained in your presentation, the authorized representative doesn't accept in person as a category, but
Yes.
this Meher Gandhi. So Suresh Shastri sir has mentioned that the portal permits writing in person. So you have to type INP without space, and it will
Yeah.
get. So that's
Oh,
an update to both of us, sir.
yeah.
So
Thank you,
thank you
sir.
very
Thank
much,
you.
Suresh Shastri sir, for this. The next one is whether the pre-deposit has to be paid on GST portal or GSTAT portal.
GST portal.
GST portal, yeah. So when we move to the further, if provision was not there about the penalty pre-deposit, then amount payable under section 1076 will be zero. So what he has.
Yeah, actually Parimalji has correctly interpreted. So while filing first appeal, amount should be zero. If it is before getting effect of this provision to section 107.
Correct. In case of ARN not available, how to pay pre-deposit at GST portal via DRC03, please confirm. So that is, you have already covered DRC03 and then you have to file DRC03A and
03A.
apportion that amount.
Yes, sir.
Then the next one is, when we upload document, it says upload in order as given in the series to upload, but this given series is not in chronological order. If we do so, our page number will not be in the line. Please guide in which order the document should be uploaded. So this again, clarification is needed, sir, because you have already
I
clarified that, but
Yes,
please.
yes. I agree, completely agree with you, sir. But what I feel, we should upload all these documents in the sequence given on the appellate portal, because when these documents will be uploaded, this bunch of documents will be referred by the bench. So I think, according to this sequence, we should prepare our paper book. So we need to follow that sequence mentioned on
That's
the
true, sir.
GST
And you
portal.
already covered that in your session that if we do not do the same chronological order, so that will be uh, we will be referring to different page number and the bench will be referring to different page number. So even though that is not in chronological order, we have to follow the same order.
Yes, yes,
Can more than one person be selected as an authorized representative?
yes. You can select more than one person as authorized representative. Below that list of authorized representative will appear.
Yes. Whether
Just
appeal fee, sorry,
I
yes,
will
sir.
just add, sir. Even for the respondent, if case demand that your appellate authority or your adjudicating authority should be a respondent, in those particular case only you can add respondent, and made this appellate authority or adjudicating authority respondent. But however, whatever the guidelines we have from the ICAI, from the study material, we should avoid. And according to Rule 33, respondent will be a commissioner only.
Correct. So the next question is whether the appeal fee is to be calculated head on the total tax demand including cess. How to calculate where there is no tax demand?
So it is sum of all tax, interest, penalty, penalty, fine, etc., etc. And if there is no tax demand or there is no interest penalty demand, then minimum court fees 5,000 rupees.
Yeah, minimum fine, maximum 25. That is what it
Minimum
means.
5, maximum 25.
Yes. So this is question. Mistakenly, APL 05 was uploaded without any signatures,
Okay.
and it got uploaded. So what is the now? What will be the scenario in this case?
But it should not have been filed, sir, I guess. But if you have filed this APL 5, then registry will raise a defect and you can rectify that. You can respond to those defects.
So that question is not clear because what they are
Yes.
saying. So this is Swapnil sir. Digital or Aadhaar, nothing was done, but it got uploaded. So basically the query will be raised to the
Yes.
registry whether the AR can e-sign and upload the appeal.
We should not, sir. And it is specifically in the instruction dated 10th March, it is prescribed that the appellant signature and verification is required.
Taxpayer. That's correct, sir.
Yeah.
So next is there are cases where order in appeal is issued in the month of March 26 and sent to taxpayer by post. However, APL 4 is being uploaded now in the month of June 26. What will be the due date for filing second stage of appeal? So the order is of March 26 and sent to taxpayer by post, and it is uploaded on the portal in month of June 26. So not related to filing, but it's a
Yeah.
timing issue considering the 30th June timeline.
So the appeal filing time is 3 months from the date of communication of the order. In your case, if you have received the order in appeal through the post, so that will serve as a date of communication. Though thereafter APL 04 is uploaded on GST portal. So if you have not received by post, then you can jump to the next date and consider date of uploading APL 04 as date of communication. However, department can dispute in this case.
Correct. So if you have received it before March 26th, then the June 30th is the last date. If you have received in the April 26th, then the 3 months from the that date
Yes,
is to
sir.
be considered.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
You need to substantiate that you have not received order by post in that case.
yeah, correct, sir. So can you please explain how to sign appeal in NIC signer? Sorry.
Uh, Actually, it is very a tedious process, and there is there are manual for this e-signature. So you can just I cannot explain the process
No,
completely.
it's not possible that way, sir. But it's as technology is the issue with the GSTN portal right from 2017, so that has to be handled properly, and that's the issue. If next question is, sir, if ARN is not available, how to pay pre-deposit?
If ARN is not available, how to pay deposit? You must have paid a pre-deposit by DRC 03. Ask authorities if order of appellate authority is available on GST portal. You can appropriate that DRC 03 by filing DRC 03A. And still, if you are not having that ARN on all the order of appellate authority, order in original, everything is if it is manual, then there is no option. As soon as possible, you should raise this issue to the help desk. They will guide you.
Which documents are mandatory? One drop down is showing upload appeal. Other drop down is showing upload statement of facts and grounds of appeal. Do we need to upload same documents twice? Yes.
Actually, this is a very crucial issue. Even for affidavits, as I already during my deliberation, I have already told that this affidavit is not mandatory. Still, portal is asking for this affidavit document. In this case, what you can do, sir, uh, have a piece of paper, practical solution, sir. So on piece of paper, you should mention that we have already submitted a statement of facts, grounds of appeal, along with APL 5 form, and upload that document. Practically, we have to do
We
this,
have
sir.
to find
Our
some solutions. So
yeah,
that's true. That's
first
true.
aim should be to file appeal within a due date.
Correct. If bank account is already attached, then also pre-deposit is mandatory. Yes.
Sorry, sir.
So if the bank account is already attached, so the recovery proceeding has been started by the initiated by the department. So bank account is attached. So still pre-deposit is mandatory. That is the question.
So your question should be why bank account was attached.
When the
There
appeal
must be a
was
pending recovery.
correct.
There must be a pending recovery. That's why bank account has been attached. So you have to file appeal against that order, and then your bank account will be released. So stay order you can obtain.
The next question we have already answered. Next question offline we have already answered. Respondent name is mandatory. I am unable to proceed further. So that is the question. Whether the respondent's name is mandatory and I am unable to proceed further.
Yeah, respondent name is mandatory, and commissioner will be a respondent.
Yes. So again, one GST and that is the same repeat question.
Okay.
So I'm just reading this question. So this is APL4 is not issued by the applicant authority. Is it mandatory to upload the same? If SCN is not available, what can be done? So
Sir, APL 04, it is mandatory for appellate authority to upload
yes,
along with detail order.
100%,
And
sir.
if show cause notice is not available, you mean to say show cause notice is not received, then that will be the grounds for you to appeal.
That's true. And then against that must be ground they must have been taken at the time of first appeal.
Yes.
Yeah. So self certification, all pages signed by the applicant. So we have already answered this, sir.
Yeah.
This is again. I will take this question because there is a lot of confusion here. What is the actual meaning of certified copy under Rule 21. It might be repetition, sir, but I guess it
Yeah.
is.
No, no, no.
This question is repeated multiple times. So again, you please clarify.
So, certified copy means original copy first, or copy authenticated by concerned department or authorized representative of appellant or respondent. So this is the certified copy. However, see why confusion is arising, that the instruction dated 10th March, that is saying the certified copy, that must be a copy authenticated by the concerned department only. And actually, in true sense, issuing authority should certify that copy. If you are uploading that scan copy of the document, then it should be certified by the issuing authority. So, in my opinion, to avoid all this dispute, we should go by the instruction issued by GSTAT president. So that should be a certified copy. If you are uploading scan copy of the document, then it should be get it certified by the issuing authority. Or if you have received this copy online on GST portal, GST common portal, then you can upload that original copy. That is also certified copy.
Then again, the same question is there. So I move to the next.
Hmm.
Does demand get automatically stayed once the appeal is filed in GSTAT?
It's stayed once you have paid pre-deposit, sir. So
Yes.
if you can go to section 107, 112, once pre-deposit is paid, the matter is stayed.
So this is again related to filing. Under the case summary, what is the difference between tabs as per stand of appellant before tribunal and as declared and claimed by the present appellant? Please explain
Yeah.
with example.
So there is a confusion. This entire system will evolve. To my mind, there is no difference between these two tabs. However, a slight difference could be that your stand before the appellate tribunal and as declared claim by the present appellant means what you are praying for. For example, uh, if you are praying for remanding the matter back to the lower authority, then that can be mentioned as declared or claimed by the present appellant. Otherwise, the whatever you have entered in the these as per stand or appellant before tribunal, you can repeat that in the as declared claim by the present appellant. So as such, there is no difference, and there is no advisory or filing manual available on the portal. And even if you call help desk, so you know how help desk can help us.
Uh, then sir, there are total 103 questions and we are on 50th question. So
Yeah.
considering the timeline, I will take the last one or two questions now, which are possible. I'm just trying to take out if anything is more important I find. So
Please, sir.
so it is related to your illustration, sir. In your illustration 2, the pre-deposit for penalty is separately deposited. It is okay, sir. Then the pre-deposit of 10 lakhs on which tax on the tax which is allowed in first appellate authority, whether we can apply for refund before filing just appeal. So it depends on that order, I guess. Yes.
Certainly, we can go for the refund because
Yes.
that first appellate authority has dropped that demand tax and interest, so you can go for the refund.
And the next one in illustration 3 regarding regarding pre-deposit, the pre-deposit was calculated at 20% as a cumulative with pre-deposit of the first appeal. Clarify that again. So it is 10 lakhs plus 6 lakh. That is what concluded you are done, sir. Please explain.
So in our example, that original demand was tax demand was around rupees 1 crore. So before first appellate authority, we must have pay deposit 10%, that is 10 lakh rupees. Now that 20 lakhs rupees demand was dropped by the appellate authority. So now before tribunal, disputed demand for tax amount is rupees 80 lakhs rupees. So 80 lakhs rupees. So total cumulative pre-deposit will be 20% of 80 lakhs. That is 1.6 lakhs. 10 lakhs we have already paid. So remaining 6 lakhs we still needs to be deposited.
That's true, sir. So I guess considering the time limit now, we have to stop here. Is already 5 o'clock. So I take.
If we can download this questionnaire, sir, so I will try to respond on these email IDs also.
So I will forward that request to that tech support team, sir. If the questions has been forwarded to the Yogesh ji, then Yogesh sir will reply to the concerned email IDs accordingly. So at the last, but most important task, I take the pleasure uh, to close the session with saying that. So Yogesh sir has done an in-depth coverage of important rules and important rules related to GSTAT filing, along with the navigating us through the GSTAT portal and how to file an appeal and uh, go through it. Uh, Certainly has clarified many issues which many of us might be facing right now while filing an GSTAT appeal. But I'm quite sure that while we work on filing the appeal in real, so this clarification will create again more confusion, but as you have said rightly at the end, so we will be defeated, so we have to be brave one and to find out the solution of the multiple confusion which will come up, and do complete our work before the 30th of June, which is approaching fast. And thank you very much, Yogesh ji, for an in-depth coverage of the topic today, a much needed explanation. And from total around 1,000 participants, we say thank you for your knowledge sharing today. And there is one important announcement for the participants. So from the India Tax Committee, to follow the GST WhatsApp channel, so you will get the updates from the India Tax Committee, who is doing a lot of efforts for all of us to be updated and to enrich our knowledge. With this, I declare that the session is over. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.